Hi, welcome back to Let's Play Curse of the Azure Bonds. This is DOSBox Mom. We're currently at the Standing Stones, where we had just met a mysterious stranger. Off camera, I'd had the party swap around a few of the magic items they got. I had been thinking of going back to Essembra. I might still go there, but notice there's this little spot here. That's a town called Essembra. So let's try going there. And see if we can find a training hall there for the paladin and the mage. And looks like the third alternative is Hillsfar. And we'll try the trail. You're at the edge of Essembra. Will you enter or continue your journey? Let's enter. Okay, and it's typical menu town. They've got all the usual places. Let's go to the hall and train. Let's see if anybody else qualifies for a promotion. You might have noticed there wasn't any difference in the color of the characters' names before we trained. That does happen in some of the later Gold Box games, but not in this one. And let's take a look here. Okay, so now there's finally a ways to go before they qualify for the next promotion. And we'll save. And let's stop at the end just in case. Don't think they can memorize any spells yet, but if I were to look at the charts in the rule book and the adventurer's journal, it would tell me when I could start worrying about having the paladin memorize clerical spells and the ranger memorizing druid spells, but this works too. Okay. Save. And I think we'll go to the store just long enough to pool and share our wealth. I mean, we could sell off some of the magical gear, but it wouldn't really be worth it since I haven't got anything to spend all that money on. If you take a look here, I mean, it's just the usual non-magical gear. There are a couple of magic shops of the game, but we don't have access to them yet. At least I'm pretty sure there's one in Dagger Falls, but I don't think we have access to that one yet either. Okay, probably the bar is the one other place we might want to go. You're in an outdoor bar overlooking the woods. What will you do? Have a drink. See, I don't think I've tried whiskey yet in one of these bars. And we have some more Tavern Tales. Starting with Tavern Tales 60. Which I'm flipping to right now. Huge shapes have flown over the forest heading south. And let's relax. Over here, Tavern Tale 44. Red wizards like creatures of fire. Cold attacks are often the best defense. Yeah, the Tavern Tales in this game seem to often be a little more practical than the ones that we used to hear in Pool of Radiance. Maybe mead. Tavern Tale 32. Dark elves have been passing through town. Their equipment always radiates magic. And it sounds like we are hearing some hints about what might be waiting for us when we get to HAP. Right. You overhear Tavern Tale 6. A merchant adventurer named Akabar headed south to investigate HAP. A female adventuring group also headed in that direction. Have a drink. Let's try port. And that's all the Tavern Tales we're going to hear right now. Let's leave. You're at the edge of Essembra. Will you enter or continue your journey? Journey on. And we can either go to HAP or back to the Standing Stone. Let's go ahead and head to HAP. How will you get to HAP? Let's take the trail. Sailing across the sky are great black shapes. Suddenly they sweep down, revealed as fearsome black dragons. Okay, I believe black dragons have an acid attack. And the trees are also blocking our line of sight to them. I'm going to try going to our left in hopes that we'll spot them. Ah, there we go. Okay, there's more than one. Now, actually, I think I'll have her switch to her two-handed weapon. Remember, we got a couple of magic two-handed swords in the Fire Knives hideout. Yeah, two-handed, no shields. There we go. And of course, two-handed weapons often do a bit more damage against large creatures like dragons than the one-handed ones do. I want to make sure that log doesn't block our line of sight. Okay. Let's try to take those dragons out quickly before they can use their breath attacks. We'll have him switch to his bow. Yeah, that'll work. And if we can get her close enough, we might have her try using her necklace of missiles. Okay, it looks like those dragons are trying to flank us. Don't think he has a two-handed sword, so I'll just continue with what he's got. Notice this handy little trick. If you press escape, you can undo your movement. And let's see if she can get off a fireball without hitting the party. And that might work. And let's have him switch to his two-handed sword. They all missed. Great. Finally. Okay, I think if we target it just right, we might be able to manage using an ice storm against those remaining two. Let's try that. Oh well. If I'd known there was only going to be one left, I wouldn't have bothered with my storm. And hang on. There we go. Okay. Now, when you're dealing with a monster with a breath weapon like that, if possible, you want to remember to spread out around the monster so that they can't get everybody with a breath weapon at once, although that wasn't an issue this time. And that's the end of the battle. Fair amount of experience points. Our paladin can heal. You're at the edge of half. Will you enter or continue your journey? Well, let's go ahead and enter. This rundown village is strangely quiet. The wind whistles down the empty street, past shuttered windows. No one is about. Let's see if we can find a safe place to rest real quick. Let's see. It's a peasant hut there. And village inn. So, you have finally come on Akabar Akash. Between us we can crush this dark wave. Will you let him join your party? Oh, hey, I remember him from the novel. Surly innkeeper comes up. Close the door! The horde's about. You can stay if you want, just keep low. Do you stay? Yes. And at this point, we'll encamp and save and come back to the game next time. See you then.